Hey y'all, Terry Lair here from Shine-On-Softwash, and a little bit different kind of video today. I'll be putting some plugs, some wires, and some coil packs on this here. And there's a lot of videos on how to do all this already on the internet, but this is more of a troubleshooting video for me anyway. Noticed the other day going down the road, when we took off, it changed from first, second, third, and then it started stumbling. Not necessarily slipping, but just stumbling and jerking, and it didn't do it all the time, didn't do it steady, and then when we turned around and started headed back home, and it did it. It didn't matter what gear it was in, most of the time, and sometimes it would do it and sometimes not. But I'm hoping it's in the fire and not in the transmission. But just wanted to share that with you today, and might give you a few pointers, of course. And again, there's a lot of videos on how to do this already. But yeah, we got our plugs, of course. Now these plugs too. These plugs supposed to come gapped already. Now you could check these and gap these yourself, but one thing you need to be very careful of is that little point there. That could be very easily messed up on these newer ones like this. So just be careful with that. And they say these here, you don't have to put the heat stuff on them to keep them from sticking or whatever, but you can do as you wish. I'd research it first though. But again, be very careful with those if you decide to gap these yourself. Those plugs I've got, they already come with the heat protectors on them. If they don't, them just slide off and you slide your old ones back on. But if they don't come with them, you just slide them off your old ones and slide them on your new ones, if your new ones didn't come with it. Now these too, when you take these off, you want to try to grab a hold of the heat protectors there with your hand and pull. You don't want to pull on the plug wire. Now, if you can't get them off by hand, you can take some needle noses, and what you do is go in right around the rubber, between the rubber and the metal on the end here, and pull that way, kind of wiggle and pull, and it ought to come out there. And of course, I got the coil packs. Really hoping this is going to do the trick. I tell you, transmission, get one rebuilt these days, you might as well plan on buying a house. It's plumb crazy. And as first tools, like I say, you know, maybe needle noses. On the driver's side here, this right here, plus your 5/8 probably be all you need on the driver's side. Now the passenger side, that one you may need the swivel. More than likely you will. And different lengths, extensions, you know, whatever works. Like I say, there's a lot of videos on how to do that. I will say something though, on the driver's side, the plugs are not really down or pointed up or straight in, but they're on the driver's side, they're pointed, angled back towards the firewall a little bit. So you gotta be careful that you have the right angle there. On the passenger side, they're angled towards the front of the motor. So just keep that in mind when you're installing and taking them out. Again, now this passenger side, I'll show you just one or two things that might help you Out a little bit. I can get up in here anyway. As you can see, my hoses are loose here, but this here you can go ahead and take off anyway. There's a screw. See, the screw right there, and I believe it's a 10mm too. Just take that off and that there come off out of your way. And back here, now, I have one that's done and gone, looks like, but I don't know if I can get that where you can see it or not. If you can see, try to get in here. Just okay, this right here, see, that just pulls right up off her. Do you see that? That'll give you a little more room to move things around and get to that if you want. But other than that, now also, again, these coil packs. This coil pack here, it'd be two of these 10mm, one up there and one on towards the bottom. Of course, take this off, and that'll make it easier on you for that one. 4 of them on each side, and like I said, there's a lot of videos on how to do this too, if you need more instruction. But there's more of a troubleshooting video today. And I'm hoping and praying this does the trick. But I better get at it. And just a couple more things I wanted to mention. For one thing, the plastic cover, I had already removed that. That just comes off and kind of lifts off. It just sits on there more or less. But another thing, I had already did a fuel pressure test on this too. So my fuel pump is holding good pressure when it was running, when it shut off, when you was on the gas. I was able to hook right into the Schrader valve on the fuel frame there. But tested real good. So that's one thing else that was out of the way. And see, a month or two ago, I noticed it starting just taking a hair longer to start too. Like it might be plugs or plug wires or something, I didn't know. But that was another thing. And also, when you go to put your coil packs on, the electronic part, if you go ahead and plug it in and then screw your packs on, it makes it a little bit easier. They're a little harder to plug in when you don't have them on, but yours may not be. But it seemed like it was always easier for me. But other than that, I better get to it. And I have a video where I tested the fuel pump too. I'll probably try to combine that one in here too. But if you get anything out of my videos, I sure appreciate it if you like, subscribe, share, comment, whatever it is. But better get at her. No. Well, as you can see, I've got the wires and the plugs in, the coal packs, ignition coals there, both sides. And I've reset the TCM, and that didn't do no good either. So it just ain't looking good for now. My first thought on what the problem was is probably the right thought. Yeah, I wanted to add to, can't complain. I got this truck that had 108,000 on it, and it's got 165,000 on it today. So I've not did nothing but put plugs and wires and the coil packs on it. Kept the oil changed, of course, but it really did good. I was hoping it'd go to 175, 200,000 anyway for the training went. But usually around 170,000, you can almost bet on it, you know, unless they've had the training fluid and everything drained and new filter once every couple of years, you know. But anymore, who can afford to do that, you know? But, well, looks like I'm gonna have to take this apart and put it up for the winter. Hopefully we can get her going in the spring. Get the funds to redo the truck. I tell you, it used to be I could pull the tranny out myself, and old boy in town, he'd rebuild one for like $300. And in 2 days I'd go pick it up and put it back in myself and be done with it. But nowadays it's $4,000 or $5,000 to get them rebuilt. You got to put them on the computer, of course, and get them flashed and this and that and the other. And I don't know what's worse, the old way or the new way. Sure is more expensive is the new way, but I guess it's 6 of one, half a dozen of another, ain't it? But seems like everything happens at once too. My mom, she's not doing well at the moment either. But if y'all would please keep her in your prayers. But I guess we'll get her tore apart here in a little while. Yeah, it's looking like it's the transmission after all. And you know, I could probably pull the pan and change filter in the gasket, but that wouldn't help if it's done metal getting it. These torque converters are really bad for getting eat up. When I go back, hopefully put some upgrades in it. For one thing, a billet torque converter, that would make a world of difference too. But I won't be able to do nothing until spring. Just ain't got the funds for it at the moment, so this is probably it for now. I sure do appreciate y'all watching my channel, and hope you got something out of it. And hope to see you in the spring and get this thing going again. Yeah, we just drove it a minute ago after I reset the TCM, and still first, second, third drive it, don't matter, it's still doing crazy things. It's odd it's still got reverse. That's usually the first one to go out of it. But I appreciate y'all visiting my channel, and hope to see you in the spring. We'll see you a little further around the mountain.